Today I'm going to lead you in a few fundamental exercises that are simple, but something you can use every day. So daily functional movement is what we're after. And those of you that have your bungee, use your bungee daily. All of the positions that I've recommended to you, that goes without saying. And if you're really having some issues, you do the bungee 3 times a day, not just 1 time a day. Because remember, you're always going to drop into an old comfortable pattern. We just do it mindlessly. It's our body's way of compensating for its weaknesses. So let's get started. And starting off, lying on your back, bend your knees, and cross one leg over the other, and press the outside of your ankle to the top of the thigh. So I've got my right knee bent and my left thigh on the floor. So press that and then just start rocking side to side gently. And use this as your breathing exercise. So you'll go side to side here. These will all be abbreviated, so it won't take long to go through them, but you pause in between, pause the camera in order to do between 5 and 8 repetitions, let's say, of each movement. Other leg, cross it over, press the outside of the ankle into the top of the right knee, and rock side to side. For those of you that have more range, find bigger range. But if you're dealing with an injury or tightness, shorten up the range for now. So bigger range looks like this, bigger stretch, but you have to be able to go side to side without feeling like you're compromised. Okay, so that will be something you could aspire to and advance to in the future. Next, take the right leg, slide it down. If it doesn't slide, just pick it up and put it down there. Reach out through your heel, flex the foot. I'm going to stand up here so you can see my heel. So reach out, we're tractioning and lengthening the side of the body, and then relax it, drag it back in. Slide it back out there. Flex the foot, drop the shoulders down and back, and come back in. Do the same thing with the other leg. Reach out through the heel. Don't shimmy your hips, just lengthen that side that we're reaching through the leg on. And then slide back up. Notice nothing moves here. Pelvis is quiet. Reach through the heel, flex the foot. It'll probably feel really good on your calves too. Good. And go back to the other leg and reach through the heel. Now take the left leg and just move it back and forth. So open the leg out to the side, cross it over your body. Get a little rotation if you can. And with the straight leg, think of contracting your glute gently so it anchors you. We need the glute and the abdominals to help each other on the other side to give freedom of movement to the opposite side of the leg, right? Switch legs, reach out, flex the foot, squeeze the glute, rock over to one side for stretch, and then open up the leg. So you don't have to rock the pelvis over to this side. Keep that anchored, but when you cross the body, midline the body, use your hand a little bit to push you away to get some rotation. And if that hurts, take a smaller movement or just don't do it. We can always come back to it. And then you can go through that 2 times. Next, curl your leg into your chest. Don't hike up. That's one way to stretch, but we're not doing that. Keep your sacrum, your tailbone anchored down so you have a flat spine, and then you pull your knee in gently. Circle the leg 5 times one way, and then 5 times the other way. Since we don't have a Pilates equipment here, point and flex, we're going to do the best that we can with what we don't have and just use our own muscle groups to enhance the movement. Clench the toes down, flex the feet up. If you can see that, I'm curling my toes strongly. This will stretch the top of your foot and it stretches to the bottom of your foot. Feels kind of awkward and tight? That means you need this. You need to get those tendons and those ligaments working in the feet. They hold you up all day. And then switch legs. Curl again into you. Gently, tailbone remains straight. Circles, 5 one way. And then 5 the other direction. Point flex. Flex the foot, curl the toes down, pull the toes back towards you. Flex the toes down, pull them back towards you. Your feet might cramp a little bit, but work up to this. Remember, the shoulders are down and back. Don't overwork your upper body. We're focusing on feet now. Nice. Okay, pull both knees into your chest, rock side to side. Just ironing out the spine. And breathe. All of this is a breathing fundamental movement. Moving with breath. Good. Take one leg here. Straighten the leg. Don't go for the maximum stretch, but move the leg away from you. If it feels too tight up here, move it away and then drop it down. We're not staying up there. It's important to note that we are not doing a static stretch. This is like Pilates. We work stretch with control of movement so we don't get this response and the retraction of the hamstrings seizing up and cramping from a static stretch. Okay? And about 5 of these. Again, you can repeat everything we're doing. I'm going through them once, but repeat each movement twice. Again, relax the tailbone. Get heavy and relax through here so there's no effort being made. Flex here. Flex up at the top. Again, if it's too tight, take your leg further away from you so it's easier. We want simplicity and we want control. Good. Cross the other leg over again. Now this time, you pick up the opposite leg. I'm picking up the left leg, pressing the outside of my ankle into my thigh. You feel that? That's a much bigger stretch, isn't it? So I want you to contract that for 5 counts. 2, while we're breathing, 3, 4, and 5, and relax it. Okay? So now we're kind of turning this into an exercise. It's proprioceptive. We're getting feedback from both sides of the body. Good. And then come down. And one more time. So 3 times is sufficient on this one. You don't have to go back twice through it if you feel like you've had enough. Otherwise, build up to it and do more. Cross that leg over. Got my left over right this time. Pressing the outside of my left ankle into my right thigh. Breathing and pressing, and I'm working. So this isn't easy peasy for me either because I'm feeling a little tight myself. So you can never be too advanced to go back to these stretches. This is how a lot of my athletes and people that have been injured or pre or post surgery have really recovered and refined their way of movement. It's practice, it's diligence, it's patience. Be patient with yourself and be kind. Now keep your legs shoulder width apart. Let the knees spill over to one side and to the other. Don't fight this one, just let them spill. The legs, let them do as they may. So this outside leg to the side that you're turning may not drop down all the way, it doesn't matter. I just want you to keep moving and keep your tailbone gently tucked underneath you while you do this. And then we start with some of the transverse or lower abdomen exercises and stability. Hands down at your side and curl up and down. So freedom, we're showing freedom of hip movement, stability of pelvis. We are using these part of your abdominals. You want to feel it more, press with the left leg into the floor, and that'll make this leg feel lighter. And change legs. Again, nothing moves here. You might feel a shift, but that's what we're working towards, no shift when you pick up the leg. That's how we know that you're functionally moving nicely. So again, everything builds upon the other. We can't miss this, the small movements or the finesse of a movement to strive for bigger movement because that's where injury comes in. And I'll do a few more. Don't get the shoulders forward, keep them down and back, pay attention to that. Good, and cross one leg over the other again. Hold it there, add a little press so you're anchored through your pelvis. Clasp your hands, thread your fingers with straight arms. Reach as far back over your head as you can without the arms bending. So you want here, drop the, so see how I'm reaching? Drop your shoulder blades down into the mat. and then reach your arms over your head. So if that's as far as I can go, I could actually get my hands on the side, but you don't want the ribs to lift either. You want to keep the ribs down, so you function with what your range is. If your elbows start bending here, then that's as far as you go, and then come back to neutral. Very simple movement, but very much in need of expanding the chest and getting the lats, the upper back to work. So we are exercising here with movement. Okay, likewise, take your arms straight out to the side. I don't have a floor, but press the backs of your arms and triceps into the floor. Retract. We're gonna switch legs now. I forgot to switch, so it's kind of nice to balance everything off, right? Might as well change now. So press your backs of your hands, breathe, 5 counts, relax it. Press into the floor, retract, breathe, expand, reach your fingertips further than you think you could, and relax it. And one more time, press down, reach, expand, and relax your arms. Bring them down to the side. Now we advance the leg movement by adding an arm movement with it. So if I take right leg, left arm over my head, again, straight arm, don't let the arm fall back here, nice straight arm, and come down. The reason we stay on one side is to create a pattern. So as I'm bringing this leg up, right leg, left arm, my right hand is pressing into the mat, my left foot is pressing into the pad. I'm anchored. I'm actually using both sides of my body so I don't develop a pattern of taking on the work of the stronger side. We are making both sides strong now. We are balancing everything in here, right? Last one. And reach and come down. No effort in this, not muscling anything, just floating the leg up there. It's almost like I feel like I have assistance because, again, I'm pressing now with my left hand into the mat and the right foot into the floor and picking up my left leg and my right arm. Do a few more of these. And one more. Okay, turning to the side, we have to get all the sides of the body. So bend your knees. This is a good protective way of, I'm going to have to get up here. Protecting the back. I've got a roller, you can use a pillow, just so your head's not hanging down, kind of like with a crick in your neck. So arms are straight out here. My arms are a little lower, so I want you to see where my hands are, and then I'm going to rest them. And slide the inside of your hand along your chest. Look in that direction like you're elbowing somebody behind you. Slide back to neutral. So bend back here, look in the direction that you're going, and come back. So that you would do 5 times, and now we'll take it open. Look at the range that I'm doing. So if your range is here, stop here. Don't drop down just for the stretch here. That's not getting your rib cage, that's just putting stress on the front of your shoulder. Always draw down with you anchor with the upper back muscles, and then you can rotate the ribs on the exhale. And this should feel really nice. Start with smaller movement, make it bigger. And open. Again, 5 times there. Next, we go back to the legs and open up the hip. This is called clam, kind of a simple one. Again, just trying to target the small glute muscles here, because a lot of times these big ones overfire and get into the back muscles, so we want these to be stronger, and what's called medial glute too. So right here, lift up to open. You may feel a lot, you may feel nothing. Find the direction that allows you to open up your hip without overworking the front of your hip. We want back here. So for me, I like to be right here. I feel like it engages my glute a little bit more. So 10 of these you can do, and come down, and then you'll repeat that twice. So we'll go to the other side. Demonstrate this side as well. Relax the head on your pillow or your roller again. Arms, one arm on top of the other. Open up. Slide the arm back. Open up. Again, like you want to elbow somebody behind you. No effort here, we're just expanding the chest and the rib cage. Don't allow your hips to move anywhere. The hips are going to want to open up. Keep the hips quiet, stack them and open. So it's not this, right? It's this. We're getting rotation in the body. Very important for recovery and healing. And I'll do one more here. And I'm opening up, getting a good stretch. Keep those inner thighs maybe squeezed a little more so it doesn't pull you up if you're tight. And let's go to clam. Lift the top leg and down. And again, 2, I'll do 5. And 3, 4, and 5. And for your basic fundamental finish, look, we're almost done already. We've been at this for about 15 minutes. I'm trying to see. Yeah. Okay, hands and feet. Press the tops of your feet into the pad. It engages your low abdomen if you didn't already know that. So round up for cat. And dog or camel, we kind of have some conflicts as to what this is called in fitness, Pilates, and yoga. It doesn't matter. It means round and flat back. Press the tops of your feet. Do that 3 to 5 times. And as you sit back on your heels, reach your arms, but press your palms down into the mat so you really engage across the back. Okay, fix that. And then you'll come up and do that again. One more set of those, 3 to 5 times each. I'd like to show you now, as you start to gradually work with more movement, slide one leg out, point the toe, and flex the foot here and sit back on the heel. We're not lifting it right now. We are just reaching through the heel. Offer some stretch. And the other leg. Slide it out, flex the foot, reach back, and come down. I'll show you that again. Pelvis is quiet. Slide out, flex the foot, point the toe, slide back. One more time. Flex the foot, point the toe, slide back. If we want to advance this, slide it back, flex the foot, lift it up, hold. Put it down. If this goes into your back, see if you're opening up your hip. Can you square it up? Maybe lift it a little lower. You don't have to go for end range because then maybe that might go into the back. So keep it kind of neutral. Reach out through the heel, come down. And I'll do that one more time. 3 to 5 of these, but because you're holding it up there, it's going to cause more work. So don't push it too much too soon. Can always go back to this, make it harder. It's a lot harder to move backwards and try to recover when you've overdone something, right? Okay. And touch and lift. Holding for 5 counts. You can hold for 3 to 5 and then come in. Now we're advancing it again. Tap the floor with your fingertips. Reach out through your heel. Now lift up your foot. Hold it up there. You should be off your knee, not sitting on your knee this way, right? Because you don't have any balance. So press the top of your foot down. Keep reaching out through your foot. You could flex or relax your foot. I don't really mind on this one. But the important part is reaching, elongating your leg, lengthening your arm. I'll show you that one more time. Reach out, hand, lift, down. One more time on the other. Foot, hand, lift. Good. And then sit back. And if you can sit upright this way, take a side bend. Come up to T. Hold the front of your ankle. Reach to the other side. This feels lovely. and reach. 3 to 5 times on this side. Side bending, getting a lot more than just waist here, right? Other side. Again, you can kind of tuck your arm naturally so you're not sitting there doing this. That doesn't look so good, does it? So right here. Reach with straight arm. I know this tends to happen. Try to get length. Come to T. Little like a sitting, side bending warrior pose, right? And we come back to here. And reach. Here. And reach. Okay. There you have it. It doesn't take long. You can incorporate all these movements in one setting. If you don't have the time, pick and choose. You know, just I gave you a bunch of things to do. But you see how this is building up to taking away contact points and making it more advanced? But you need to start with your contact points. Safe position, moving to more advanced position, okay? So thanks for joining me, and I'll look forward to hearing back from you to hear how you're doing on all your work. Keep it up.